What's going on, Rockstar? How would you like to know 3 ways, not one, but 3 ways to grow your income right now? I'm going to share with you these 3 ways that I took on. Actually, I didn't even know what they were at the time, but one just clicked and made sense to me. And I implemented that in my business when I was selling timeshare, as well as in my business, my coaching business, training timeshare sales reps to be the top 1%. And it did a lot of things. Now, some of that will probably be maybe for a video for another day, but you'll get the point of why these 3 ways are so freaking impactful for you and your business. Now I'm going to kind of lean towards one of the 3 because I believe, actually 2 of the 3, I believe those are the 2 ways that will be the most ecological on you, which means, better for you and the highest good of your mind, body, being, right? Your well-being, low stress, all of that. And so my mentor, you may have heard of him, Jay Abram. He's a I think 8 times billionaire now, who is an advisor to Tony Robbins and all kinds of incredible entrepreneurs. So Jay Abram shared these 3 ways to grow your income. And in the business world, we call it profit. And I'll share why I'm sharing this with you, because you might be thinking, oh, I'm not an entrepreneur. Why are you sharing this with me? The truth of the matter is that you are an entrepreneur. And if you're not an entrepreneur in your mindset, you are robbing yourself and you are robbing your customers of the dream, right? Of creating the dream for them and the dream for you. Because when you truly embody this business as a business, it is your business, treat it as one, and you will see your results change, okay? So these are 3 ways to grow your, as we call it again, profit, but for you, income. Now, the first way is to get more customers. Now, you may be thinking, Joni, I don't have control over how many tours or guests that you see. And the truth is that's actually not true. Now, when I first got started, I had a good friend, George. We worked at an offsite sales office off the side of a freeway with pop-up plastic, I don't know if they're pop-up, but plastic palm trees, okay? Like literally cubicles with like 30 people in a room, maybe more, and pop-up palm trees and pictures of our resorts on the walls. No joke. And my coworker, George, would bring in, it was day after day after day, his friends, family, and community members into presentations to see what it is that he did and to become an owner with our company. Now, at the time, the company paid out 50% commission, and you may want to check on that if your company does have certain incentives to pay you out more commission because they didn't have to do the work or pay the money to generate your lead or your tour. So really, really incredible way. Now, if you love your product that you sell, which I kind of recommend that you do, and if you don't, find a new job. And if you don't love it, then find all the ways that your owners do love it, not the ways that some owners don't love it, but all the ways that the owners do love it, and sell yourself on why you must love it as well. If they do, I got sold because the owners would sell me. I'm like, oh, I love this product. Really? Tell me more. So get more customers, bring those customers in. When you're sold on the product, you want to naturally share it with your friends, your community, your loved ones, right? And have them become owners. That's one way. Now, the second way for you to grow your income, or as we call it in the business world, your profit, is to sell more to the same customers. Sell more to the same customers. What do we mean by that? These are upsells or upgrades, we call them in the industry. So upgrade your owner that you may, even if you work in frontline, you made an owner, you helped a family or an individual become an owner. So now they're an owner. What can you do with that? You can actually, most times, unless there's this hard rule about it, but trust me, there are ways to get around things, and there are some people who may be able to help you find where the red tape is and how do you walk just before the red tape, right? So where you're not crossing over it. If you do have a telesales department who has that responsibility to call and upgrade owners, we did as well. And I was still able to upgrade many of the owners who I made owners. So that is definitely an option or an opportunity you want to look into. So sell more products or services to your existing clientele. You made them, so help them. You made them owners, so help them own and love more of what they own. The truth of the matter is most people buy in as a frontline tour a very small package. The majority of them don't buy what they will most likely end up with. These are true stats. There's like incredible stats. I don't know what your company stats are, but ours was that a very high percentage will end up upgrading into owning greater levels of ownership. Many went on to elite, diamond, or VIP, other VIP levels. So why are you waiting for somebody else to do it when you could be the one to do that? Think of all the ways that you can help them. What were the things that they said and mentioned were important to them? Were they able to achieve those in the last 3 months, 6 months, even 9 months? An owner who actually upgrades within the first 90 days is actually, if someone is presented with an offer within the first 90 days, their chance of actually upgrading is significantly higher than later. Can you believe that? Like the first 90 days, how crazy is that, right? It's so true because they're already in it. They're sold in, and you can help them to get more of what they truly want in the first place. And the final way that you can grow your income is to increase your price. So you might be thinking, well, I can't increase my price. And if you're thinking in that limited way of thinking, I encourage you to think more complexly. And the truth of the matter is you can increase your price. How do you increase your price? You just sell a bigger deal. That's how you increase your price. So if you think about it, what is your average transaction price? What is it for you? Some people's is like 11,000, depending on your company. It doesn't matter. I don't know what it is for you. 17,000, maybe it's 20 or 30,000. Whatever your average transaction price is, I encourage you, in fact, I urge you to double, that's right, double, if not more, your current average transaction price. What this will do is this will immediately and instantly give you a pay raise. And it's such an easy thing to do. You just start selling bigger packages. You just start taking people to VIP levels or beyond. You just start selling greater value, presenting greater value to your tours, to your guests on the table, such that they want and they need more than want. They feel like they need to buy more. And the truth of the matter is many of them do. So these are 3 ways. The first way is get more customers. Find a way to get more customers, bring them in yourself. The second is to sell more to those existing customers, and meaning get repeat business, right? Get them to upgrade, come back. How do you do that? You continue to build a relationship with them, and you serve them in the way that you maybe are promising on the front end. I think too many people promise things and then they don't fulfill upon those. So be the person who says you're going to help, and then help. If you don't want to help, then just don't promise. It's not cool. So, and then the last way, of course, is to increase your price. And that is easy to do. You just sell bigger packages and sell yourself on why you must be selling bigger packages. Whoops. And the reality is that all of your customers benefit when they invest greater levels into their ownership. People get more when they pay more. And I don't mean just get the bells and whistles. I mean, when someone truly invests into themselves or into their family, they will get more out of it. This is why I charge upwards of $75,000 for my one-on-one coaching clients. Group coaching was $25,000 for our 1% mastermind members. And that's just when people pay more, they get more, they receive more, they take more out of it because they're more vested. So when you take on this psychology, you will sell more. Now, the last thing I want to add to this before we wrap up is what is in the way. I want you to just take a moment and trust the first thing that comes up. What specifically is in the way for you to increase, let's just call it this, double your average transaction price? If you're selling $10,000 packages, what's in the way of you selling $20,000 packages? If you're selling 20K more than not, what's in the way of you selling a 40K? If you're selling 40K sometimes, what's in the way of you selling an $80,000 or $100,000 package? What's the first thing that comes up for you? That, my friend, is a limiting belief. Your unconscious mind gave you that, and that is the very thing that's standing in the way of you increasing your income. And the truth of the matter is dramatically, because the more that you sell, double what you're currently selling to the same amount of customers, this is the key. You don't have to go get more customers. You're literally selling an average transaction price that's greater, maybe even double or triple what you have been selling. So you're making much more income, and trust me, the bonuses are much better the commissions are much better on the back end, right? When you're selling the next $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 versus the first 100, 150, 200 even. The commissions are much greater later for most of you. Nonetheless, same amount of customers, you're not taking more tours, you're not getting yourself more tired, draining yourself at the end of the day, staying a later day. No, the same amount of tours that you're currently taking, whether that's 1, 2, or 3 a day. Some of you may be laughing right now, and that's okay. I know y'all, and it's all good that you're working harder. And the truth is that you can sell the same amount of customers that you currently have and make way more money when you take on this belief. All right, take these on. Take on the second and the third, for sure, the third, and watch what happens to your income. All right, Rockstar, if you want more training, more content just like this, go ahead and visit our next upcoming masterclass at timesharesalesmastery.com. It's a free masterclass. You can visit us at timesharesalesmastery.com. All right, take care. Peace.